The 2010 Toyota Prius has the most overall complaints, and this car model year is awful. Car complaints website suggests to avoid this model year like a plague. Is it really so bad? Let's find out. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. Brakes. The 2010 Toyota Prius's brakes are the main area of complaint, with the NHTSA receiving close to 2,000 reports about the ABS light being on, the master cylinder failing, the brakes grabbing and catching, the car losing hydraulic power, the brakes being too sensitive, the electric service brakes, the electronic stability control, the traction control system, and the air service brakes. 48 crashes, 8 injuries, and 1 fatality have been caused by these braking issues, which start to occur seriously only after 5,000 miles. The primary user complaints focus on the car jerking forward while braking, the ABS warning light turning on, the brake light turning on, and the vehicle sluggishly coming to a stop. Headlight problems. Around 30,000 miles, the headlight failures start to occur more frequently. The cost of replacing the bulbs is about $100, and if the ballast needs to be replaced, the cost is about $450. Low beam headlights should be replaced every 4 months. Paint problems. On Prius models with more than 80,000 miles, peeling paint is another very prevalent problem. The only option when the clear coating starts to degrade and peel off is to repaint the affected areas, which costs about $1,000 per panel. Headgasket failure. Beginning in 2010, the third generation of Prius underwent a complete redesign. The larger 1.8 liters all-aluminum engine was just one of many new features. At first, owners adored their cars. Then the problems began to appear. A failing head gasket was the first significant issue that people started to experience. Failure of the head gasket requires costly repair. Most of the time, people let it go for too long, which results in bending a connecting rod. At that point, installing a new engine is preferable. When making a purchase, keep in mind that an engine swap or gasket repair typically costs between $2,500 and $5,000. Inverter problems. To be fair, Toyota did its best to recall any defective inverters, but they did not manage to do so for every single one. Inverters continue to malfunction, so don't anticipate a cheap fix. Without factoring in labor costs or diagnostic time, a new inverter can set you back more than $2,000. Refurbished units cost about $650 before installation at other hybrid retailers. Not a cheap fix, and to make matters worse, there are no indicators that it might break down. EGR System. The purpose of the EGR system is to reduce tailpipe emissions, which is a nightmare. Tiny carbon particles are transported back into the intake when the exhaust is forced back into the engine. The head gasket is adversely affected by this carbon dust. Unfortunately, carbon buildup will always be a problem in our EGR systems because exhaust fumes are pumped out of them through our exhaust systems. Therefore, budget a few $100s every 90,000 miles or so to have the system thoroughly cleaned. In contrast to a Toyota Corolla, a 2010 Toyota Prius will likely only travel 150,000 miles before mechanical problems become unaffordable. Repair Pal estimates that regular annual maintenance costs are reasonable at $392. The majority of pre-owned Prius models will have more than 100,000 miles on them, so buyers should be ready to spend money on replacements like the cylinder head $1,500, fuel injectors $300, and the engine oil level sensor $275.